This is ABC15 Mornings.
Desperation in Ukraine.
There's no gas, no electricity, no heating, no cell phone service.
Will Russia stop its combat operations?
Saving money at the pump.
I think the gas-branded credit cards are the best deal.
What to do as prices are expected to climb this summer?
Now Deneen behind the net, goes wraparound, right to crease. Can they put it home? They score!
The Coyotes looking to score a change when it comes to a state law, why the team may have to shut down its sports gambling operation.
Scrolling with purpose
is really the key to well-being and growth.
How to get a more positive experience while using social media.
Does that mean not using it?
I was going to say it probably depends on who you follow.
Right, and you can change your life by who you get rid of, right? Those toxic relationships, bring in the good. That's what we're doing today on this Wednesday, at least we hope. I'm Kaylee O'Kelly.
And I'm Justin Pizzera. Great to be with you on your Wednesday. Gosh, what a difference 24 hour,
Yes.
A lot can change in just 24 hours. Jorge Torres is here with a check on that forecast. Man, yesterday, Jorge, we were dealing with the rain.
Yeah, rain, wind, cooler temperatures. Today, nothing like that. Some breezes in the forecast later this afternoon, but as far as rain, well, nothing really going on. Just a few passing clouds this Wednesday morning with temperatures here in the valley in the mid-50s, officially 54 now. We've dropped a couple of degrees there at Sky Harbor, but it will warm up, of course, once the sun goes up here in about 20 minutes or so, even less than that. Winds light from the east at 6 miles per hour, but look at those humidity values. They're rather high because of the rain that we got yesterday. Now, the forecast for today showing good news for as far as our air quality. It'll be in that low count, the good count. The UV index, though, because more sun shines in the forecast, it'll be in that high count. So burn time is only 30 minutes. So keep that in mind if you'll be enjoying the outdoors here in the next several minutes or throughout the afternoon. Now, we'll talk more about the heat that we are anticipating in the forecast later on this week and into the weekend. But first, we're going to check on those morning roads. It has been dicey at times, and hopefully things have improved. So Helena Graff is here joining us to fill us all in. How's it looking out there?
So it depends on where you are. We've got a lot of clear spots, which is great news. But our accident law group traffic maps this morning showing us a few slowdowns to get to because of some crashes. So the first one I want to bring to your attention, I-10 eastbound at Dysart, the right-hand lane is blocked. It's not causing much of a backup right there, but right as you get through it, that's where the slowdown is as you leave Goodyear and get closer to Tolleson, and then the closer that you get down to downtown Phoenix. Over in the far west valley in Buckeye, we've got a crash on State Route 85 near Hazen Road, not causing too much of a slowdown there. Just be mindful of that. 17 starting to see that typical slowdown right around Glendale in the southbound lanes. North Valley looks great. The 303, the 101 across the North Valley. And then in the East Valley, looking pretty good, but we do still have that crash. It's in the median on the 60 at Signal Butte out near Apache Junction. And also for our friends down in Casa Grande this morning, we do have the right-hand lane blocked on the I-10 near State Route 287. You can see there's a little bit of a slowdown. You're not going to sit in traffic for that long because one lane is open, but you might want to budget just a little extra time if you're leaving that area and heading east, guys.
Okay, some great advice there. Hard to believe, but it was 2 years ago today when the stay-at-home order was issued. We're all wondering, okay, what's going to come next? Restaurants shut down, movie theaters, really almost every single place here in Arizona.
Yeah, but this morning the state is rebounding. COVID cases have been drastically falling the past few months.
Our Jamie Warren, want to bring her in live now with more as we are all looking ahead to our summertime months. Good morning.
Good morning, Justin and Kaylee. Testing sites like the one here behind me at Mesa Community College have seen a lot less traffic, but experts are warning the pandemic is not over. They do, however, believe that the worst is behind us. So this was all discussed during a virtual town hall meeting yesterday with some of Arizona's top doctors, and they are saying that booster shots are going to be the way to keep you safe this summer. So this comes just hours after the CDC and the FDA expanded the emergency use authorization for all adults over 50 years old to get another booster shot, because experts say that older Americans remain at a higher risk of getting sick as new variants are discovered. Now, during last night's town hall, doctors also spent time offering advice for parents, saying the goal moving forward is to get children vaccinated.
We're not done with this pandemic at all. It is still very important to protect our most at-risk children to try and prevent them from getting sick. Also, and this is important, the virus and the pandemic is starting to move into familiar territory. It is starting to behave like the flu does every year.
So nationwide, vaccination rates for children have lagged behind the adult population, and doctors believe that in the future, boosters will end up being routine, like the flu shot. So if you do want to get an update on where Arizona stands when it comes to COVID-19 cases in our state, the Arizona Department of Health Services will be releasing those numbers later this morning at 8 o'clock. Justin.
All right. Thank you, Jamie. So nearly 24 states, including Arizona, are suing over the federal mask mandate on public transportation. The argument is that the requirement needs to end as COVID cases are dropping. The lawsuit also calls for defendants to pay for the attorney fees and other costs. The CDC is expected to make changes to its mask policy next month.
5 minutes past 6 a.m. And if you have ever wondered how good the people of Arizona really are, here is proof. Donations are pouring in for the local food bank that lost thousands of pounds of food in that fire Monday. We talked about it here on ABC15 Mornings. The Maricopa Food Pantry says they're now getting help from St. Mary's Food Bank and so many members of the community.
It means a lot. It really means a lot. Yeah, just people coming everywhere. Some lady that I know comes to my food bank. They got a bunch together, scraped up, and I was sitting on the porch this morning of the church, and she came up and handed me a $100 bill and said thank you and gave me a big hug. It means a lot.
I mean, it's just heartwarming, right? We all just want to help each other. Organizers are planning to build a new warehouse too, and this one can double as a soup kitchen.
Well, first their neighborhoods were threatened by the museum fire, and then those devastating floods. Now, city, state, and county officials are sharing a progress report on the flood mitigation plan for Flagstaff. Sirens are to be installed to notify when floods are coming, and channels and inlets along the flood path are expected to be done before monsoon season. The feasibility study is expected to be done early next month.
Well, leaders from rural school districts voicing their concerns about a bill that would overhaul school funding. The measure increases K-12 funding by as much as $215 million. Programs that provide additional teacher funding, though, they would be eliminated. Districts can opt into a new student funding formula, though, but would lose their bonds and budget overrides, which would hurt the rural districts.
For us, it would be a loss of about $588,000. And if you look at the JLBC report that came out regarding this bill, of the 240 some odd school districts, over half would lose money.
Okay, so I want to talk about those who support it. They say they see this as a student-centered approach to funding, allowing these education dollars to follow kids from school to school.
The Arizona Coyotes want state lawmakers to change the sports betting law so they can keep business going when they move to the new ASU arena next season. Several tribal groups are opposing this, saying that they should be consulted before changing that law. It requires venues with sports betting seat at least 10,000 fans, but the new facility only has about half that capacity. Okay, our Phoenix Suns are back on the road tonight, taking on the Golden State Warriors. This is going to be a good game. You just know it. The Suns have won 8 games in a row. The team sharing these pictures before boarding their flight. Chris Paul, of course, he always dresses so good, but this one's pretty cool, representing all of us with a jacket that says Valley Proud.
That is cool.
Okay, so now to that Will Smith slap. The Motion Picture Academy has released a new statement saying that it's upset and outraged by what happened.
The Academy is promising to take what they're calling appropriate action in the next few weeks. Here's ABC's Derek Dennis.
This morning, new indications Will Smith may face consequences for slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Oh, wow!
Today, the Board of Governors for the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences is expected to hold an emergency meeting where it will likely decide on whether to punish Smith.
Nobody is okay with what happened. Nobody. Nobody.
Whoopi Goldberg is on the board. She says she does not believe Smith's Oscar should be taken away from him, but on The View yesterday, Goldberg suggested Smith does need to be punished.
There are consequences. Yeah. There are big consequences. There has to be.
Comedy legend Jim Carrey also weighing in, criticizing the standing ovation Smith got when he accepted his Oscar just minutes after assaulting Rock.
I was sickened. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless. En masse. If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
Both Carrie and Goldberg also expressing concern for Smith.
The reason people got up and went over to him because I think a lot of people thought, oh my God, is he having a break? Do we need to get him out? What do we need to do?
Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, who was the subject of Chris Rock's joke that prompted the slap, is now breaking her silence, saying online, "This is a season for healing, and I'm here for it." As for Rock, the comedian has yet to comment publicly, but tonight he's set to perform 2 shows in Boston. The cheapest ticket on StubHub overnight, $720. And TickPick, a secondary market seller, tweeting Monday, "We sold more tickets to see Chris Rock overnight than we did in the past month combined." Derek Dennis, ABC News.
10 minutes past 6 a.m. Swiping before filling up. Are those credit cards, specifically for gas stations, actually worth it? We take a look at the pros and cons.
Social media can be an incredibly positive place.
Well, rethinking who you follow and how you use your feeds, how to make your social media experience more positive. Welcome back. The Biden administration says it will wait and see if Russia actually reduces military activity in parts of Ukraine. The Russian Defense Ministry says the drawdown will happen in 2 cities, but the Pentagon is worried the troop movement is more likely a repositioning and not a withdrawal. Today, lawmakers will take up a bill that would decriminalize marijuana at the federal level. The Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act, or MORE Act, would eliminate criminal penalties for someone who manufactures, distributes, or possesses marijuana. The Foo Fighters are canceling the rest of their tour after the unexpected death of their drummer, Taylor Hawkins. The 50-year-old passed away Friday, hours before the band was set to perform in Colombia. The Foo Fighters say that they need time to grieve and to heal. Hawkins was with the band for 25 years. Today, Vice President Kamala Harris will attend an event to support minority-owned businesses. The group pledging nearly $5 billion over 5 years. The money will help minority-owned businesses and underrepresented communities in and around the nation's capital.
Well, with these very high gas prices, maybe you've thought about getting one of those gas station credit cards, saving a few pennies per gallon. It might look appealing, but some experts say when it comes to money saving, it just might not be your best option. It costs you more to get to work, to school, really wherever you go.
I don't think the gas branded credit cards are the best deal. The ones that you get from the station typically only offer 5 or 10 cents off per gallon, and that's even less significant the more prices rise. What I think is better is to get a general purpose credit card that gives a good percentage off.
But don't be fooled by the save money at the pump slogan. It might be easier to qualify for gas station credit cards, but in the long run, the interest rates are high compared to the average credit card interest rate of 16%.
The ones the stations offer have an average interest rate of 26%. So that's just astronomical. I mean, the math is totally upside down on that.
Every driver has a different way to save.
For those extra cash back and some points too.
Speedway, I use them. I let my Speedway rewards sometimes build up over time.
Another option? Pay through the gas station's app, combining that with those grocery store rewards.
The best practice, if you're trying this strategy, is use the credit card, pay in full, avoid interest, and then the rewards are free money.
A gas station credit card can be a good option. They say if you do pay your complete balance every single month. So from that to this, what are we paying at the pump this morning? AAA says the national average is slightly down. Still, it's $4.23 a gallon. Arizona is showing a drop as well, but not by much. Every penny counts. It's down a penny. $4.68 a gallon. A year ago, for some perspective, but again, most of us were working from home, we were paying just above $3 a gallon.
ABC15 Desert Drive Time, sponsored by Accident Law Group.
So taking a look at the maps, we do have a new crash to let you know about. Still tracking that one on the I-10 in Goodyear eastbound at Dysart, but now we're getting reports of a crash on the Loop 202 Red Mountain Freeway, Loop 202 at 24th Street. It's not really showing up on the ADOT cameras just yet, but I do see a little bit of red where that crash is happening, and we have had eyes on the ground reporting that crash. So we're going to continue to track that for you and let you know as we get more information. In the meantime, your desert drive times, courtesy of Accident Law Group, that commute on the I-10 from the West Valley this morning getting longer and longer. We're just over a half-hour ride if you start at the 303 and work your way to the mini stack. The I-17 southbound is slow going. It's only about 15 minutes to get from the 101 down to the stack this morning, but it's going to be a lot of stop-and-go traffic once you start to hit around Glendale and Camelback Avenues. The 51 is a great alternate 15 minutes if you can hop on that one. In fact, our traffic predictor shows that speeds are down to about 40 miles an hour on the I-10 at this hour, going the speed for most of the way on the 17 and the 51, but those will start to slow down as well the closer that we get through that 8 o'clock hour. And by 8 o'clock, traffic on the I-10 going to be down to about 35 miles an hour, so plan accordingly. Now let's get a check of that most accurate forecast from meteorologist Jorge Torres. Good morning, Jorge.
Hey, good morning, Noah. Hey, we're off and running on this Wednesday with temperatures in the low to mid 50s across the valley, officially 54 at Sky Harbor, but up north temperatures a little bit on the cold side, but above freezing there in Flagstaff now at 35. Same in Heber and Shoalo, you're at 36 degrees, and across southern Arizona, temperatures down to 50 there at the Old Pueblo, along with Gila Bend 53 and 58, one of the warmer spots there in Mojave County, officially in Lake Havasu City. Throughout the valley, those temperatures generally in the 40s and 50s. Cave Creek and Wickenburg both at 47 degrees, some of the cooler spots here in the Phoenix Metro. Meanwhile, in Glendale, it is now 50 degrees, and as you head toward Tempe, we're tracking temperatures in the mid 50s too, officially 54 there. And your hiking forecast for this morning showing those temperatures slowly climbing, so I'd recommend layers today. We'll be in the 50s through at least 8 o'clock, then warming up into the 60s by 9. And how about some spring training activities? Well, the forecast today showing temperatures generally in the low to mid 70s across all valley of facilities, and we are anticipating those temperatures to climb even more throughout the day, along with some breezes at times. Peak wind gusts today are right around 20 to 25 miles per hour. But look at these temperatures. We'll be in the lower 70s by midday, then reaching the upper 70s by 3 and calling for a high of 80 degrees later on today. That's actually below average for this time of year. We should be right around 82, and we'll get there here in a couple of days, just not today, but it'll be still a warm one compared to yesterday, where we topped out in the lower 70s, but well below the record of 97 set back in 2004. Futurecast is showing some potential cloud cover passing mainly across northern and eastern parts of the state. But as far as rain chances, nothing like that in the forecast, at least today. But tomorrow, we could see a few sprinkles in far northern Arizona, specifically in the Four Corners areas. The disturbance passes through, but here in the valley, we should remain dry and on the warmer side for a while. And then by the latter part of the weekend and early next week, we track another disturbance. This one could also produce a few spotty sprinkles, mainly in northern parts of the state. Then once that's out of here, a ridge of high pressure will build, and that will allow for temperatures to climb back eventually into the 90s. But today will be at 80 degrees, warmer tomorrow, and on Friday we're climbing for a high of 85. And a nice weekend in the forecast too here in the Phoenix Metro, with highs in the mid 80s. Same on Monday, and then starting Tuesday we see that heat returning. For now, calling for a high of 90 with lows eventually in the lower 60s.
We'll just keep our eyes on those overnight lows because they are nice and pleasant. How about this? The magic of the circus. Ahead at 6:25, a high-flying event coming on back to the valley for a 2-week stay.
And are you dreaming of a beach vacation, maybe backpacking through Europe? At 6:39, how you can take a trip today from the comfort of your home.
We call it dreaming, right? March heading out like a lamb. At 6:48, we have a closer look at your super 7-day forecast.
It will have global context, impact beyond anything we've seen since World War II.
Then at 6:50, a global food crisis as prices break records for everyday items. Smart shoppers, we are helping you out with one way to save at the grocery store.
6:24 Arizona, helping you enjoy a more positive social media experience. But how? Well, mental health experts suggest keeping a log, kind of like you would for exercise or for food. They say that this can help you keep track of the way you feel when you see certain posts and videos.
Then you can say, okay, I'm going to block that person to make my feed more positive. Or you can say, I'm going to limit my Facebook exposure because I can see that's not working towards my larger goal, which is, my well-being, right? And how I feel and how productive I am.
The experts also recommend using content controls. Instagram, by the way, has a favorites feature allowing you to select which accounts you get to see the most.
Is your latest online purchase collecting dust, maybe? A new survey shows most shoppers have regrets over things that they have ordered online. The poll of 2,000 adults found 74% have experienced buyer's remorse after purchasing items over the internet. Some common regrets include feeling like the item was less valuable than expected, not using it as much as planned, and then spending too much money in the first place.
Yeah, or maybe ever using it, right? Like a yoga mat or a yoga bag.
I bought a rug and it was horrible.
Oh no, and you still have it, you didn't send it back?
No,
probably
I did
cost
not.
too much to send back.
I just threw it away.
Oh, okay.
It was that bad.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? It is time to go under the big top on your bulletin board this morning. The Bernardo Circus is making its return to the Valley.
The animal-free Broadway-style circus is setting up shop at the Sing Meadows in Tempe. So starting tomorrow night, 15 shows will be offered over 2 weeks.
Guests are going to be transported back in time for a traditional center ring circus, really reinvented for the modern age. It's a 90-minute show, and you're going to see jugglers, acrobats, and other talented performers.
Oh, this is cool. There's also classic circus concessions. That's key, like popcorn, cotton candy, hot dogs, and more. Tickets start at $27 for adults and $16.50 for kids under 12.
Come see the little circus that could. That is today's bulletin board.
Next at 6:30, the Department of Agriculture releases its food price outlook for the rest of the year. Unfortunately, pretty much everything in your fridge and pantry is going to get more expensive.
Yeah, and could a war thousands of miles away impact the bread we buy here at home? Coming up next at 6:30, I'll explain the connection between Ukraine and wheat.
Yesterday, we were tracking showers and storms across the valley and throughout the state. Today, just a few clouds and a mild start on your Wednesday morning, with temperatures staying in the 50s through at least 8 o'clock and warming up into the 70s and 80s later on today. And coming up in your Super 7-day forecast, I'll tell you when the 90s will return to the valley.